You know who I was just thinking about? My little brother, Rufus. Why my other brothers? I wonder if they have any fucking clue. Between the age of 9 and 13, my dad started doing the fucked up shit. I didn't want to go home. Oh, yeah. He's staying over at a friend's house. Do you have any fucking clue, man, that I was sleeping in the train cars beside the elevator so I didn't have to go home and get the shit kicked out of me? I was sleeping in the buses in the bus station on Bay Street. Murray Tamlin told me to hang my coat on the mirror of the bus I'm sleeping in, and they won't come in and chase me out because they know it's me and I don't want to go home and get beat up. Instead of charging my dad, they tell me to hang my coat on the bus I'm in. How fucked up is that? And how fucked up are you as a brother to say, God, yeah, you didn't know I was sleeping in trains, eh? You didn't know I was sleeping in coach buses. That I was sleeping at all the buses along Minden Street. All the buses when they parked on Bay Street, over across from Canadian Tire, on the bay. Then in the winter, to Minden Street, away from the bay. Or even sometimes in the winter, seeking refuge in sailboats and shit, trying to fucking start the heaters up, sleep. It's fucked up. I'm not talking about being one of those kids slash and damage kid. No, I was a sneak in, sleep and sneak out kid. Sleep in the trains with the hobos. Me and Larry McLaughlin got along fucking famously. You know, Larry used to have these big green and red beads around his neck, and they were all wooden beads. They're the beads from, you know, the kids' toys where you smooth the beads along the toy. This is Larry. Larry's necklace was made up all of those beads, right? And we were both sleeping in the train cars and the buses at the same time, so we knew somebody else was around if something happened. Larry McLaughlin, Spider-Man. Yeah, back then everybody called him Jesus because he looked whatever the stereotype. But he had these big child beads on his neck for a necklace, and I could never forget that. Yeah, me and Larry McLaughlin were thick as thieves at one point, you know? It's unfortunate that at 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, your biggest fear is going home and being attacked by your father in all manner of way, to a point where you're sleeping in trains and buses. You're telling the police you're sleeping in trains and buses. You're telling them why, because he's beating you all the time. They've even had multiple complaints about it from the public. Nobody does nothing. And then that kid grows up and he fucking hates the constabulary that abandoned him. And you sit back and you say, well, we're going to wait till he does a crime and then we're going to get him because he hates cops. You're just going to keep doing the nothing? You're just going to keep pretending that you didn't fucking abandon me, that you didn't leave me in a position where I was beat for another 10 or 15 years after the fact? When you should have removed us? That's the reality. You're hiding. You're hiding from your own truth. You fuckers.